most days it was, I mean, they operate really just in Fahrenheit, but it was like 93, 94, up towards 100. And just walking around up and down the strip in Vegas, I
Mm.
mean, it's a brilliant place to be. And of course, there's plenty of relief. You can go into places and get your cold drinks or whatever. But the heat was quite overpowering. Walking, it's 4 miles up the strip, and we did plenty of walking over there. It does take it out of you. So if that's going to be, and that was April. Now you go into June and July in places like that, then it's going to be sort of wipeout temperatures. So
Yeah.
I think it's a valid point to make, and I'm sure that probably FIFA will ensure that they have drinks breaks. They have to if it's going to be that hot, which it will be. I mean, even New York in the midsummer is a very hot place to go.
Mm.
Miami, there may be games there, and that's a very hot place in Florida, of course. So,
Mm.
yeah, the time of year will make it very, very testing for players in that temperature. I don't know
Absolutely.
whether they'll play. Well, they will play some games later in the day, of course. Probably a lot of the games later in the day. But then they've got to also time it so that it's good for European audiences. So they can't do it too late. So yeah, they're going to have some struggles, but I
Mm.
guess the teams will go over there in advance, well in advance, to try and acclimatise. And I mean, they did it in Qatar, didn't they, last time? Although
Yeah.
that was in December, but it was still pretty hot. But it will be the temperature will be a factor, undoubtedly. And
Yeah.
Roy Keane, I think, is right to highlight that.
Yeah. It is a very valid point because I watched some of the Club World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup during the summer, and they had constant, breaks,
Yeah,
for players to get hydrated, because it was that hot. So they'd have breaks, and just call it breaks,
yeah,
and that sort of extended the time on the. But then I think from what I heard, I don't know if it's true. I don't know how correct that is, but I heard it's going to be played in. So they have cities in Mexico, Canada,
yeah.
and
South America as well, isn't it? Yeah.
right. Okay, yeah. So I thought, yeah, I just thought about that. Right. Okay. So this and the second point also by Roy Keane was he said when the draws came up, we know would top the group. And that's Roy Keane just saying,
Mm.
I'm not surprised about the scoreline. What do you share his sentiment?
Well, the group we're at the top of now, you mean?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
qualifying. Yeah, and we often do, as I said earlier, we often do top the qualifying group. We don't ever seem to have a problem. Not these days. I think
yeah.
possibly years ago, England failed to qualify, but not that often. I mean, as far as I understand it, England won the cup in '66. They had a good team, I gather, in 1970, but I think I might be wrong in my history books, but I think in 1974, the next one, they didn't qualify, and for some reason, Poland comes into mind. I think we couldn't beat or draw with Poland, and that meant we didn't qualify. But I think, as far as I know, every other one since then they have qualified.
Mm.
But I think so. Yeah, we can safely say I suppose when you see the teams in the group, unless you get a top-rated team, you probably will come top of get a top-rated team. You probably will come top of the group.
Mm.
So yeah, I agree with what he thought would be the case. Yeah,
Yeah. And we did so on clean sheet. which you know, he
Yeah,
didn't concede
which is
any goal.
incredible, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, time won't allow us to go into this last bit of the topic, but I'll just we'll talk. I'll talk about it a little bit, and because we've only got about 2 minutes. So, so managing a national team versus managing a club side. Now I'm looking because I'm looking at this guy, Thomas Tuchel, and I'm thinking he's really having a field day, with managing the national team. If he had been a club
Mm.
side, would he have been the same? What do you think?
Well, possibly. I mean, because he was manager. Let's try and think where he was manager at
Chelsea, was it?
Chelsea, I think, at one stage, wasn't he? And
Yeah.
then a more recent one that he didn't seem to last that long at. Was it Tottenham? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, let's face it, the games we've played and won, we would have expected to play and won. I mean, even you could have been the manager, Cuz, and we would still have won those games. Or no, perhaps not. Come to think of it, no. But
The way you said
but
it,
yeah,
even you.
we can't fault him because they have won the games and they've topped the
Yeah,
group. And
yeah,
if we're going to criticise managers when things go wrong, we've got to praise them for the part they play
very true.
in when it goes right and they top the group and we've qualified. So well done, Thomas Tuchel. But the real test will be next year in the World Cup.
Yeah. Right, so this is all we've got time for. Time flies when you're having fun, they say. Right, so bruv, do you wanna do the conclusion for us, please?
Yeah, well, that was football. Our football discussion today. Just a very quick ending one. Millie Bright, the former England centre half, has retired from international football after
Oh,
a great service period of great service to her country. Well done, Millie. Good luck to the future. So that's all for this week. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
and I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. Thank you for listening and watching the Football Referee. Join us again next time. Same time next time. Join us again. It's goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me too.